Well, good afternoon, fellow traders. Black Coffee Trader coming to you. It is Tuesday, the 30th of April. And let's just say I'm happy to see the month of April come to a close. This was a tough month for me. Today was a pretty good day, actually. Again, a small red day, down 363 on the funded accounts. I had one account that unfortunately had a bad day on. Kind of self-inflicted toward the end of the day. Two of the funded accounts reached the profit goals that I have set for those accounts, 232 on account 39, 218 on account 38, and we had more than that. We had 264 on 39 and 285. Unfortunately, had a $900 loss on account 30. That account was the only one that we had a shot at getting to a payout here for the first payout cycle of May. And I was down like around 200 or 300, and I believe it was in oil. Yes, I believe this was it. Had a loss here in oil, and that put me down a couple hundred, and then I decided to take a couple more trades because the only reason I continued trading this account was because of the payout cycle, and I thought, well, I'm going to give it a shot and see if I can at least get there. And I went away from kind of my standard as I've been trading today. I'll talk more about that in a minute, but this volatility of NQ here this afternoon just really got me, and I took some trades not with the levels that I have been trading with, and here I went long thinking we're going to have a continuation, and then that was a loss of 175. I had another, I went long again, and that ended up being a $200 loss. And then I chased this breakdown, and that ended up another $200 loss, basically. So 3 trades, $600, and that took me from, down 2 something to down 900. So that was very much self-inflicted, and I knew the risk going into it. The only reason I attempted those 3 trades and took that account down to 900 was because I was trying to get that closer to a payout, so I could actually request a payout here this cycle. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen now, and that account has definitely, I don't know, I am kind of cursed with account 30. I think this is the 4th time I've had this account at like 51.5 or higher, 51.7. So Monday this account was at 51.7. That was one. I kind of highlighted this earlier. Here I had it at 51.6, that's number 2. Here I had it at 51.7, that's number 3. Here I had it at 51.9, that's number 4. And I think that's so 4 times I've had this account up to right around that $1,700 to $1,900 profit mark, and I've given back. So for some reason I cannot seem to get this account across the finish line. But yeah, it is what it is. Couple wins though today. I finally passed some Apex evals. I traded those very carefully today, passed all 3 of them today, and literally I was just trading my normal, going for 60 ticks. And typically getting $100 to $300 per winner. I did take advantage of some of the bigger moves today, and a couple times I traded 2 contracts, and I think once 3 contracts, but none of those was really big wins. It was really just a matter of picking my spots and taking trades. So that was really what most of my day was made up of, trading these evals to try to get them passed, since today was the last day of the 1-day pass. So I'm very happy about that, getting back to 6 funded accounts. And yeah, just April has been a bit of it's just been a roller coaster. I did not trade the take profit evals very well at all. In fact, gave up $800-900 on each of those. Did push that a little bit, but it is what it is. Those accounts are basically right at the 50,000 marker. So I'm like, I think I have enough trading days, or like 4 or 5 trading days on each of those. So I just need to have a couple of good days to get those passed, and we'll try to get that done. But yeah, overall, I'm happy with today. Let's take a look at trade Zella. This is the month of April, and again, the last 3 days I've had small red days. Although they are red days, they have been small, 400, 200, and 300. So that's good. Here you can see these last 3 trades, or last 4 trades. I mean, that's the oil trade, 133, and then yeah, that was basically what did that account in. So it is what it is. One of the things I talked about yesterday was the win rate and the profit, the average win-loss. And I'm very happy with how that has progressed. Let's look at this week. So for this week, I've improved. My win rate's not that good at 47%, but I improved to 126 for the average winner and 128 for the average loser. So that is one of the goals I have, is to really try to work on this, because my win rate is in that 60, right around the 60% area typically. I want to make sure that this average win is larger than the average loss. I think for today, it was, yeah, today I had a good day in that regard. 45% win rate, which is not great, but I had a 123 average winner and a 117 average loser. So the bigger thing that I'm doing really is, let's look at this year. On the year, yeah, on the year we're at $84 and 157. So as we can see, we started out the year, since I've been tracking on Zella again, I traded really well in the month of February and March, and then April hit and we just fell into a major slump. So hopefully we can get back out of there, and I'm confident that I can, and get back into taking some payouts. But yeah, I've just been looking at this and going, how can I improve and become more profitable? And I think these months, like April for me, really is what prompts myself to look at some of these things and what's working and what's not, and why are we not at a better track record from a profitability standpoint. So, and obviously journaling and using Zella definitely helps in that regard. So we'll see what we can do here for the month of May. Hopefully we can push this. I'd love to see this be larger, have a larger average winner than a larger average loser. And what I've been doing, like today, if a trade is not going my way, I'm just cutting it rather than letting it stop me out. Because if, most of the time we can tell if a trade is going to, sometimes you're holding a trade and it just keeps pulling against you, or whatever, however your stop's set at, and you're just like, I just know it's going to hit this stop. I know it's not going to work. You're better off to just cut, or at least for me. I just feel like I'm better off to cut because of the win rate and so on and so forth. So looking at the markets today, this is NQ. We had a little bit of a move here this morning, and that was just a slow grind down pretty much all day. Some crazy choppy action here this afternoon. And then we had earnings come out, and boy, the market did not like earnings. We basically went from, at right about almost 4 o'clock, 3:45, we went from 17,710 down to 17,480. So a massive, massive drop in the market this late in the day, and obviously I probably would have taken advantage of that with evals, but I had already passed these. So I passed these three somewhere in this area right here, this move up. So didn't really do a whole lot there other than chase with that PA account. So I'm very curious looking at NQ. Obviously this is the hourly chart, but we had a massive drop off today, so we're going to probably be in some territory we haven't been in for a little bit. So I'm kind of curious to see what this market does over the next couple of days. ES, much the same. As far as trading on ES, I took a couple trades, and I'm really happy with the management on the funded accounts. I really am trying to stick to trading the levels. If we are at a level that I have been tracking and that I have marked on my charts, then I am looking for those trades. And if we are not at those levels, I am not looking to trade the funded accounts. And that's really what I did today, with the exception of this account there at the end of the day on NQ. Now, granted, it looks like we were at this level, but we really weren't that close. These moves are so big, so this chart is, kind of wonky. But looking at ES, a couple of trades here. I was actually copy trading 38 and 39. I did copy trade all three of my PAs this morning, and had some losers in oil. I'll go over that in a minute. But then I kind of broke them apart, but I did start copy trading 38 and 39. And anyway, shorting this rejection off this 51.17 level on ES, and that resulted in a nice winner, 487, which brought account 38 into profitability. And again, account 39 was copy traded here as well. But that was really the only trade I took on ES. Looking at oil, I did trade oil quite a bit today. The trades you're seeing here is account 30. This is the account that was down, that is down for today. And I was kind of up, down all around here with this account. I was looking for these levels to hold this morning. I was looking for here I was looking for this to bounce. I was wrong. Here I was looking for continuation of this move. Again, I was wrong. We kind of had a double rejection here, and then we just literally fell apart, like majorly fell apart. Here I was looking for a long off this level, 82.60. That wasn't correct. I switched bias and caught some wins there. And then we had this major pullback. I watched this. I almost went long here, but I was like, well, I'm going to wait until I get some kind of confirmation that this 82 level is going to hold. We came back and we bounced, and then I entered on this. This candle had a small pullback and it kind of held, and so I entered there, but then we just completely fell apart, fell right through there. I then reversed bias, and I didn't have a big stop loss. 180 was a fairly big loss, but I reversed course here and jumped in short and had a nice $300 winner. Had a small loser here, which this was a bit of a gamble trade. I knew it was. I'm not at the level, but I was just looking for a continuation. Had a small loss there, and then another small winner here. And then as we switched up above the EMA, I went long for a nice $200 winner. We had this pullback, and I should have entered again, but I was like, well, I don't want to push my luck. I've had a couple good trades. I'm going to hang out, just wait. Anyway, just kind of watch this move, and then in the afternoon took some trades. I was really looking here for rejection. We kind of had started to reject around this 81.90 area, 81.75 or 81.85, 81.90, and I was looking for that. I had a $100 winner here, and then this was a loss, and again a loss. But then and this is again looking for, as this third trade here was a loss. Once we broke out above and had this pullback, I entered, and I entered a little bit prematurely. I should have waited till this. Really, this was just wrong. It wasn't a retest of this 82 and a long opportunity. This was just simply, it came up to this level and we just rejected. So I was wrong on that trade, which is okay. And then in here, I did take some trades that are outside of the normal. Again, not off of these levels, but this was a small winner, and then I had a significant loser, and this was the trades we just looked at, and then I finished out account 30 on NQ here at the end of the day and turned that thing into a massive loss today. So anyway, that's kind of a rundown of the day. But to kind of wrap up, I mean, the big win, I'm really, really happy. Honestly, for the last several days, I'm really happy with the mental part of my trade management, my risk management, staying with the levels, with the funded accounts. It's worked out quite well. Granted, it had a couple losses, but it is what it is. So happy to pass these evals. That gives us the 6 funded accounts for tomorrow. Hopefully we can have a good month of May and get back into profitability. So that is the goal. As far as the codes, I just again want to say thank you for those of you using my codes. The Take Profit code BCT always gets you the best deal. They've got that 40% off going on. And then Apex, this 80% off one-day pass is over. I have not seen an update yet what the new promo is going to be. My guess is they're going to have a 71%, maybe if we're lucky a 3-day pass, but that is completely speculation. I have no idea if I'm correct or not, but I will have this updated tomorrow with whatever their new promo is going on. So, but again, thank you for using my codes. I do appreciate it. If you're new here, feel free to like and subscribe. I try to do these videos every day, taking you along on my journey to profitability. So, or at least that is the goal. April was definitely a tough month. The only payout I took was with the Take Profit account that I ended up losing. So we need to get into some winning days, so that'll be the goal. But all right, I've got to stop rambling. Appreciate you guys. Trade well. We'll try to have an update for you tomorrow afternoon. So long.